Hello everyone, very good morning. This is the next part of the series of model organism. Here I am going to discuss with you a model organism, Drosophila melanogaster. So, Drosophila melanogaster is the most commonly used model organism in the field of genetics, neurobiology, and developmental biology. And recently, it is found that it is used in some other area of the biomedicines, like in a cancer. So, in a common language, we know that Drosophila as a fruit fly. Okay, it known as a fruit fly. Now question arises why it is used as a model organism most commonly and worldwide. So there are some reasons. Drosophila has low maintenance cost. That means it is very easy to maintain culture of Drosophila in a laboratory with a small space, and again it has rapid generation time. That means its developmental cycle has only few days. Then because Drosophila uses a model organism from very earlier of the biomedicine age. So there are the excellent genetic tools available by which one can study their model organism. That's why Drosophila use as a model organism very oftenly in worldwide. So first thing, the low cost, that means maintenance is very easy, generation time is short, excellent genetic tools are already available for the study purpose. That's why these all things make Drosophila a very common model organism. Okay, so now we can discuss what are the low cost, what are the rapid generation time, yeah, or what are the generation time for the Drosophila, what is the generation time for the Drosophila. Okay, so and the research area in which it used as a model organism, that is the genetics, embryogenesis, developmental biology, neurobiology, and some other areas, that is the cancer. Okay, so first, the short generation time or the rapid generation time, which is completely dependent on the lifespan of the Drosophila melanogaster. So we know that the lifespan of the Drosophila melanogaster is about 21 days. It's about only 21 days. That means from egg to death, it have only 21 days for completing its life. Drosophila melanogaster shows different developmental time or different developmental period on the basis of temperature exposure. If we expose Drosophila in a 28 in at 28 degrees Celsius in a room temperature, it shows shortest developmental period, that is approx 7 days. Same as if we expose egg of the Drosophila at 15 degrees Celsius. So it takes 15 days for the completion of its developmental cycle. Next thing, Drosophila is a small model organism. It is a small model organism, but it produces large offsprings. Which is the very important feature of this model organism. That means while we are performing any genetics experiment, our first need is development of the offspring, or in case of Drosophila we get large number of model offsprings. That's why this quality of Drosophila makes it an ideal model organism. And then again, it has short generation time. Then short genome make it the ideal for the genetic study. That means the genome size of the Drosophila is comparatively very short. That the Drosophila has only four number of the chromosome, while having short genome size, it has 60% homology with the human genome. That this feature of the Drosophila make it an ideal model organism. Then Drosophila melanogaster, first used by Thomas Hunt Morgan in 1909 as a model organism in a genetics, the experiment of linkages. Experiment of linkage. While performing linkage experiment, Thomas Hunt Morgan used Drosophila as a genetic model or genetic model. Next, Drosophila is a good model organism. There are some points behind it. First thing, there is the no ethical issue. If a researcher or a scientist used Drosophila as a model organism, the one cannot face any ethical issues because of large offsprings, because of the production of large offsprings. But if any researcher and scientist used mammalian like chimpanzee, that there are some ethical issues arises. So in the case of the Drosophila, there is no ethical issues. And the next thing, short lifespan, it can develop within the 20, it can develop or it can complete its lifespan within the 21 days. So next thing is the when the egg is developed, when the egg is formed, the 10 within a 10 after the 24 hours embryo emerged, and after the 24 hours embryo emerged, then embryo converted into the first instar larva, then second instar larva, then third instar larva, pupa, and the adult animal and the adult insect. And this cycle or this developmental phase only takes 10 days from the fertilization. The development of an adult fly only takes 10 days from the fertilization. This is the very much important point in case of the Drosophila. And the female fly can produce up to the 1500 eggs in lifetime. That's providing constant supply of a new Drosophila for the genetic study. That means there is the no lacking of the model organism. The female fly produce approx 1500 egg in its lifetime. Next, minimal culture requirement for the maintenance or for the maintenance of the culture. There is very less requirement. We can cultured Drosophila in a very small space in research inside the research laboratory. Next, the genetic manipulation. Due to the small size of the genome, genetic manipulation is very easy in case of Drosophila. That means there is the only 4 chromosome present, which is comparatively very low number in case of human. That's why it is very easy to map Drosophila melanogaster genome, which make it ideal model organism. The genetic factor also make this fly an ideal model organism. It has only 4 pairs of the chromosomes. So next, the anatomical feature. Drosophila has an anatomical feature, wing and eye, which follows as a genetic marker in the field of genetics. This is another important point regarding model organism. So we can say that Drosophila there are some important point which make this fly very important and the ideal model organism, that is the short lifespan, no ethical issue, easy to maintain, genetic manipulation, because of short genome, anatomical features, which work as a genetic markers, mainly wing and eye color. So these are the some point which makes Drosophila a most important and the ideal model organism in the field of genetic, developmental biology, neurobiology, and other biomedicines field. Thank you for the watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe for more videos regarding genetics, biotechnology, cell biology. Thank you.